Hi friends, welcome to the YouTube channel. So friends, आज का जो टॉपिक है, today's topic is on percentage. And I tell you friends, it is very important topic and it is important not only in SSC exams. Okay friends, before starting today's video, a brief introduction about me. As you can see in this photograph in your screen, this was me in my past. So काफी साल पहले की ये मेरी फोटोग्राफ है. आई एम राजीव रंजन झा, एक्स डेप्टी कमांडेंट विद सीआरपीएफ. And friends, now you see my target has changed. Previously, my target was something else, but now the target is SSC and other government job exams for my students. So friends, SSC, CHSL, CGL and even MTS की भी वैकेंसी आने वाली है. तो friends, अभी you all start preparing for this examination, and I am your mentor. I am always with you. So best thing I will suggest you that first thing is that you learn concept from with my videos, and then with that concepts we'll solve some problem here, but that will be very limited number of problems. Then what I will suggest to you that if you have any doubts, you can ask me from my questions in the comment section, or if you solve any other questions and you still have doubts, so you can send me your questions in the comments, or you can join my Telegram and WhatsApp channel, which are links will be given in the description. So friends, now not to waste any further, we'll go to today's very interesting topic, that is on percentage. Okay, this is just a examination calendar. So again, to remind you all guys, CGL will be in the month of July, Tier 1. CHSL will be in the month of August. Okay, Tier 1 again, and MTS somewhere in the month of September. So friends, lot of examinations coming your way, and for all these examination you need to be thorough in quantitative aptitude, that is numerical ability or quantitative aptitude. And then percentage, why I'm starting with percentage, not with number system and all, because if you are thorough with percentage, many of the topics like data interpretation is done, then the data questions will be done, then profit and loss question will also be having percentage, mensuration. So all the things are linked, and mostly they are linked with percentage, because percentage is something which is very much asked in even day-to-day life, in practical life. So the importance of percentage topic is very high. That's why this topic I have. Okay, now first we come to this, what is the meaning of percentage? Percentage hota kya hai bhai? Percentage, suppose we talk about percentage, then what we say ki per 100 means, suppose you get 50 out of 100, what is your percentage? Nothing but 50%. Fine, it's very clear. So what happens friend, that this is your percentage. But suppose you get same 50 out of 200, just okay, we are attaching our pen tab again. Yeah, it's working. So suppose you get 50 out of 100, it is 50%, but you get 50 out of 200. What is your percentage? Percentage is what? Percentage kya hai? So here you will do one thing, as we have done 50 by 200. Sorry, this is 200 multiplied by 100. Means anything to express in 100, you have to multiply it. So you get 25%, not 50%. This is 50 is your absolute mark. Total is 200. So your percentage becomes 25. So similarly, if somebody says I got 330 out of 500, okay, this is my marks. This is my marks. What is my percentage? You will not tell marks to everyone. You have to tell it in percentage for comparing. So this is like this. So it becomes 65%. Correct? Okay. So this why we express in percentage, because everything, when suppose somebody gets 400 out of say 800, so his percentage will come as 50%. Okay, this is 330 but 65%. This is 400 but 50%. So you can compare who got more. Okay, who got more? Yes, this guy got more, because if they were totally, suppose pura mark 100 hota, this guy will get 65, this guy will get 50. So percentage something very important for even comparison. That's why I told you in the start of the chapter that it is very important chapter. It is used in profit and loss. It is where questions will be from percentage in data interpretation. So that this is in nutshell percentage. Okay. So percentage means per 100. Cent is 100. So now we can express anything in percentage. Fine. We move to our next slide. Now we told that percentage like 50%, these can be expressed in fractions. This is very important, friends. Why with this is very important? See, 50% means if you have to find 50% of say 600. So you can mentally do it if you know this fraction conversions. So you can mentally say 50% of this is 300 means 50% of 600 is nothing but 300. How you got 300? By just using this fraction. Yes, it looks to be very easy now because 50% I can calculate it very easily. But you just see 1 by 8. Okay, if you know this is also a fraction. So 12.5%. If you have to say 12.5% of 96. What is 12.5% of 96? Question. This is the question. 12.5%. Sorry for my not very good handwriting, but this is 12.5% of 96. You have to calculate. So what you will do, 12.5 divided by 100 into 96, it will take a lot of time. But you know this, that 12.5% is nothing but 1 by 8 of anything. So you just multiplied 1 by 8 to this 96, because if you have to find 1 by 8 of 96, you have to multiply it. So you know that it is nothing but 12. So without, you can do it mentally, and in competitive examination for government job exams, आपको जरूरी है, you need to be very fast and accurate. Just I have used two words. One is being very fast, and then at the same time being accurate. So this all increases your speed. You can, what you, I suggest you friends, you do one thing. At least for these percentages which is coming in your screen, you write it down. Pause my video here, write it down, and you can further find out many other fractional equivalent of percentage. Even decimal percentage can be expressed in decimal also, because this is nothing but 0.5. Okay, sometimes decimal will be helping you, sometimes fraction will be helping you. So you can write it like that. Okay, 25% is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 here you see 1 by 4. Okay, so these type of things, at least you pause my video here, you write down the fractional equivalent of the percentage, and these are very important, and you have to remember all these things for getting a calculation very fast. Okay, now these are the concepts of basics concepts of today's chapter. Now we move to the questions, because what I believe in maths, best way to learn maths is to practice and practice questions. So I will be also practicing with you here, and I will give you my shortcut tricks for the competitive examination. In the first question itself, you will get a good trick. आपको एक अच्छा trick मिलेगा, which is different from the book value, because competition is different. Government job exams competition is different from the normal school course and school examination. So not discussing further, we'll just show you what practically I will show you practically what I meant. See, you have to find 42% of 353 approximate value. Don't use any pen and pencils. Pause my video here. Options are here, because in competition you will have the options. Answers will be in front of it. That is, the answer is somewhere in these four options only. So what you have to do it here is to calculate it mentally. No pen and paper. So friends, now I come to the video and I tell you, if you have calculated, well and good, what is your answer is correct or not. Now verify with me. See, for 42% of 353 is the question. Best thing is that your helpers here are for calculating 10% of say X or anything or any number. 10% is just divide that number by 10. Just divide that number X by 10. Okay, X by 10. So here the 10% is equal to, divide 353 by 10. So you get 35.3 as 10%. This is equal to 10% mentally. And with that 1% of any number is nothing but divide that number by 100. So here 1% is 3.53. Okay, these are mentally. I'm writing it for your understanding, but that I can do mentally also. And with passage of practice and this application, you can also do it mentally. So now you know the 10% this thing. 10% of this above number is 35.3. Now to find 40%. See, we have to find 40% of 353 mentally. So what we have to do, 4 multiplied by 10%. Why I am doing like this? Because see, 42% of anything is 40% plus 2%. So we have, from 10% we will get the 40%, and from 1% we will get the 2%, all mentally. Okay, so 35.3 is 10%. Multiplied by 4. 4 into 35.3. Just forget the point part. You don't have to remember it. So 35 into 4 multiplied 35.3 is, we'll round it off to 35. Multiplied by 4. What is that? 5 4s are 20, 4 3 are 12, 140. So you know somewhere the answer is more than 120. Because 140 already we have got. 165 is too big and 185 is still bigger. So 140, and if the options are same nearby, so you have to add the 2% because 42% is asked. Okay. So 2% will be, 1% is 3.5, 2% will be 7, somewhat equal to. So this should be not exactly equal, but approximately it will be 147. So 147, the closest answer is the option C. So option C becomes your answer. So friends, again to recollect, that to find for a mental calculation or in competitive examination, your points which are very important for you for calculating it in the shortcut method is, first calculate the 10% of that number. 10% is nothing divided by 10, and 1% is divided by 100. So we have used this thing 42, we have broken it up as 40 plus 2. Okay. So this is mental way of calculation. This is more important for the new aspirants who have started give their preparation very new. Now we move to the next question. In an examination, 35% of the student passed and 455 failed. How many students appear in the examination? You pause my video here. Do your calculation. You can use pen and paper also, but very easy question. And then after that, you just check with my answer. For that, you just start watching the video again. So friends, we'll see the question once again. In an examination, 35% of the student passed and 455 failed. Means see, so 35% is what? Passed. So 100 minus 35% is what? Failed. Simple. 35% passed, so 100 minus 35 are failed because total is 100%. So what is your failed percentage? So it is 65% is equal to failed. Failed in that examination. But it is given, it is not 65, it is 455. So you will find 65 by 100 of what number is 455. That number is nothing but total students. Okay, total students, which is being asked in the question. So if you calculate it, you will get, 65, 7. Okay. So x, this 100 goes and multiplied. So x is equal to 700, which is total number of students. Total students. Fine. So bear with my bad handwriting, but your answer is B, 700 students. You can check it also. Okay. So friends, we move to the next question. A number is increased by 30% and then decreased by 20%. What is the percentage increase? Pause my video here. You try with your own method. Then I will show you two methods. And in both the methods, you will get the same answer. So now first we will see the normal method, or not exactly bookish, but bit longer method. Suppose the number was 100. Suppose it was 100. Okay, number was 100. But when it is increased by 30%, the number becomes number becomes what? Increase by 30% is 130. It will become 130. But then decrease by 20%. So it will be 100 minus 20 by 100 into 130 when it is decreased. So this will be 80 by 100 into 130. So this 0, this 0, this 0 goes. So 13 into 8, 8 3 are 24 and 104. Number becomes 104. So what is the percentage increase? Is nothing but 104 minus 100, that is 4. And the number was 100 multiplied by 100. So it is 4% it is increased. When it is increased, when first it was increased by 30%, but then subsequently decreased by 10%. Here, generally, when people are starting, they will just deduct 30 minus 20 and they will say the number increased by 10%. That is, I'm sorry, students, that is wrong. Actually, it was first increased and then decreased. So you get this answer this way also. But now I told you that I will suggest you one more method, and that is used in competition. It will this formula you always remember: x plus y plus xy by 100. I will tell you what is this x, what is this y, everything will be told to you, don't worry. But you, this x plus y plus xy by 100, you will use it many places, okay? And it will be used in mensuration also. You will see it later in this video. And many other questions can be solved with this method. So friends, what is x? X is 30% increase. If it is increased, add plus. And if it is decreased, here y is minus 20. It is not, since if it had been again increased, then it would have been plus 20. But since it is decreased, though, so the minus sign. Now you apply x and y to this formula. 30 as plus, then y is 20, then this will take a minus, because plus into minus, you know, book method, that it is minus. So 30 into 20, x into y divided by 100. This formula we are applying. This formula we are applying it here. Okay. So this becomes 10. Okay, so why that answer is 10 because is wrong? Because the 10 answer, if you write it wrongly here, just decreasing 30 and 10, because this part you are not deducting, this part 0 and 6. So 4%. You see, 4% is answer this one, and with this method also. But with practice, you will see that this formula is so easy to work, and so many questions you will apply this formula. Okay, so you can write this formula, you can work it out, check with other questions, similar questions, practice it, then this formula becomes yours. Okay. Why I told you that 30 minus 20 directly getting 10 is wrong? Because here you see 30 into 20 part is left. Okay, so now you can we'll proceed to the next question, but you please write this formula, solve it in both the methods. You can even just solve this method by using x and y also. So any method which is applicable to you, first you solve in the long process, then you can solve this method also. Now we go to a very interesting topic question, that is cricket. Cricket, we all know that in India it is very famous and very important. So a batsman scored 110 runs, which included 3 boundaries and 8 sixes. What percentage of his score did he make by running between the wickets? See, watch the question carefully. Pause my video, first you work it out yourself, and then I will show you the solution. So friends, now for the solution, you can continue with my video. A batsman scored total runs is 110. Total runs is equal to 110 with boundaries. Boundaries means 4. How many boundaries he hit? 3. So total he scored with by boundary is 12 runs. And 6 is given separately. So how many runs he scored with 6 is 6, you get 1 into 8 sixes. So he scored, sorry. Okay. So he scored, this is 8 sixes, 48 runs. So total he scored 60 runs with boundaries. So how many runs he scored without boundaries means by running between the wickets. So maybe one, he must have scored a single, then double, then 3 runs. So he has scored 100 minus 60. That is scored with boundary has to be deducted from total runs. So 50 runs. Okay. So but we have to calculate what percentage of runs. So he has scored with running. You don't have to score what percentage of run with boundary. You have to calculate what percentage of run is scored by running. 50 by 100 total into 100. Okay. So this 0 and this 0 goes. So it becomes 500 by 11. And 500 by 11, you see it is not there in the option, but it is done like this. Okay. So this is expressed in the mixed fraction, and this option is same 45 5 by 11. 45 5 by 11 percentage. This is percentage of runs scored by running between the wickets. So I hope I am very clear with this question, but I still repeat it. First you write the total runs. Then you write how many runs he scored with is 4. That is a boundary. 12 runs, 4 into 3. Then 6 with hitting sixes, 6 into 8, total 8 sixes, 48, total 60 runs is scored with boundaries. So how many runs he scored by running is 110 minus 50, 60, it is 50 runs. So 50 runs, you have to get the percentage. इसका percentage निकालना है 50 by 110 into 100. So it is 45 5 by 5, 45 5 by 11% is your answer. Now we move to the next question. This question is from the previous year question. Okay. So friends, deliberately I put previous year questions also so that आपको ये पता रहेगा कि कैसा तरह का questions आता है practically. Okay. If A sold a mobile phone to B at a gain of 25% and B sold it to C at a loss of 10%. If C paid rupees 5625 for it, how much did A pay in for the phone? Question looks to be a bit bigger, but actually it is not bigger. I will show you the workout. It is very small. In one step, it can be calculated with practice. Yes, initially you may take 2 or 3 steps when you are preparing. Your preparation must have started. You must take 2 or 3 steps, no problem. But later on, only one step is sufficient. See, if I have to solve, I will solve it like this. In competition, I have solved it like this: 125 by 100 into sold at a loss of 10%. 9 by 10 into x is equal to 5625. Simply, this, if I solve it, I will get the answer, and that will be the correct answer. But since you are starting with it, I will not solve it like this. I will show you the full calculation and the steps involved. Okay, you can pause my video here, and then you can see the last step. You will be getting this only. Same thing we will be getting last time. So what happens with practice, you become faster by actually directly going to the last step. Okay, but initially it is not advisable. Take your time, write all the steps involved, and then you can solve it. So friends, now we'll solve this question. A sold a mobile phone to B at a gain of 25%. Suppose the CP of A was X rupees. X rupees. Okay. See, and what to how much did A pay for the phone? This is only X you have to find, means CP of A. This you have to find. Okay. So A sold mobile phone to B at a gain of 25%. So 125 SP, so see, CP is X. So SP of A will be equal to gain of 25%. So it is 100 plus 25. It is 125 by 100 of X. Fine. This is what? SP of A. But this is also CP of B. Cost price. CP is cost price of B. Okay. So SP of B will be equal to 100 minus loss. Since it is loss, that's why minus. So 100 minus 10 is 90 by 100 into his cost price. His cost price was 125 by 100 of X. Okay. So this is selling price of B. Selling price of B. But that is equal to the cost price of C. This is chain. Okay. A to B, B to C. And the chain is this CP of C. So, but CP is given, means this is given. If C paid 5625, means this amount, this amount is equal to 5625. See, directly I have done this. Okay. But why I could do directly I could come, because I know the concepts behind. Okay. First, you know the concepts which are being used here. So now if you calculate this, you will get the answer as x is equal to 5000 will be your answer. You can check it also, but this will be your answer. Like suppose you go 9, we'll do it only. 9 6 are 54, 22, 9 2s are 18, 5. Okay, so 9 completely divides. And 125, you know, 25 5s are, and this is 25. 25 into 25. So this is 5 into 5. Now you are left with 5. 5 multiplied by this 110. So this is nothing but x is equal to 5 multiplied by 1000 is 5000. So directly also we can find the answer, but I've shown you the correct answer. So friends, what happens here? It is a chain. First A sells to B, B sells to C. So in chain, you can directly write this step with practice. Initially, you have to write these two steps: CP of A, X, SP of A, which is equal to CP of B, and from here you can go to this last step. Okay, but advisable, first thing is that first you write all those steps involved, then you write the final answer. With practice, you can write the final step and the final answer. We move to the next question, which happens to the last question for this session. The length and breadth of a rectangle are made to increase and decrease respectively by 8% and 10%. One length is what is doing they are doing with the length. Length को क्या कर रहे हैं? The length and the breadth of the rectangle are made increase. Length को बढ़ा रहे हैं 8% से, and breadth को decrease कर रहे हैं by 10%. So in this formula, I told in this question also that you can use that formula also. X, I told you that formula is very useful, x plus y by 100. But be sure, if it is increase, then you write positive sign. If it is decrease, then write negative sign. And if it is a positive and a negative sign, so this sign will be determined by that. This will be either plus or minus based on x and y. So here we see, first we find out what is x. The length and the breadth of the rectangle are made to increase. So length is increased. So it is a positive sign. You can write 8% or plus 8. No problem. I'm not writing it. And the breadth is being decreased. Breadth is decreased by 10%. So a negative sign. What will happen to this sign? This sign will be again minus, because plus into minus, you know, is minus. So this is 8 into 10 divided by 100. So this, you know, this is minus 2, and this is 80 by 100 is equal to 0.8, but with a minus sign. So you get minus 2.8, minus 2.8. But minus 2.8 is not there in the answer. So what is our correct answer is? Minus indicates nothing, but it is decreased, means the area has decreased. That's why there is a minus. Okay. So there is a minus of 2.8%. Okay, so you can find it, this question, with other method also. You can use for length L, breadth B. When it is increased, you can say it is 108 by 100 of L. Then this becomes 90 by 100 of B. So the area is multiplication. Now deduct. So much of clerical thing can be done so fast by using this shortcut method. Okay, friends. So for this session, I am putting an end over here. But I will, at the same time, friends, I will tell you all and suggest you all to do one good thing for yourself. That percentage, as it is a very important chapter, you please practice percentage questions, and then you come up with your doubts. Okay, the doubts which you are having, you can send me in the comment section. You can join my WhatsApp group. You can join my Telegram group, and then you can send me your doubts. I will surely revert back to you, and I will clarify all your doubts, so that once you are going for your competitive examination, you are going with all your confidence. So friends, thank you.